On? Hope you guys are having a great day. Okay, so I'm sure everyone's basically heard about Cuba protesting in the streets now, opposing their government, their communist government. So where's Bernie Sanders? Where's AOC and the squad and all of this? They're silent. Where's Biden? They're basically silent, more or less, on this. They're not calling it what it is. You know, Jen Psaki made a statement about it, blah, 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 this, but she didn't say, communist government. They are opposing a communist government. And why is that? Because, like I've been saying, the left, aka the Democrats, they have embraced, adopted the communist ideology. That's why I call them the communist left. So that's why you don't really hear any pushback from the left right now about what's going on in Cuba, You don't see them calling it what it is communism. And yes, putting that word to it, communism, is important. It's very important. For people like myself that lived under communist dictatorship, for people like in Cuba that have fled the communist regime in Cuba, and everyone that's living there and are protesting now, they see that all these promises that they make under this false assumption that communism is so good, they break every single promise. They're not honest, and it's basically everything they say, you can flip it and it's going to be the opposite. So when someone like Pelosi gets up and says, we're fighting for democracy, she actually means they're fighting for communism. I've said it again and again. This is why they're weak on China, because they actually kind of admire China. And again, not the Chinese people, the Chinese Communist Party. The communists that are in control of China, they admire them. That's why the communist left, aka the Democrats, want to be more like China. That's why they are silent right now overall in calling out what's really happening in Cuba. Is the people are standing up against communism and all the socialist little policies that they've implemented in that country. Because when you get down to it, communism, socialism, fascism, more or less, they are the same tyrannical, oppressive government that only ends up hurting the people. Again, why do you think so many people flee to America from these oppressive, tyrannical governments, like Cuba, like China, like North Korea? Why is it that so many of us are speaking up and telling Americans, hey, the real war is between freedom and communism? Because communism will be forever turned into a oppressive, tyrannical, hateful government that kills millions of its own people. So finally, I'm proud of the Cuban people for finally standing up against this communist government dictatorship. Because our news outlets, they're not telling you the truth about what's really going on there. People starving to death. Because they don't even have food to feed their people. That's what communism is. And if you dare say something about it, oh, I'm hungry, you're going to get thrown into prison or executed because you spoke against the communist government. So, again, I'm going to ask, where is Biden? Where is Bernie Sanders? Where is AOC? Where are all these liberals, these Democrats, rats? Why aren't they calling it what it is? The people in Cuba are standing up against a communist government. That is what they're doing. But yet, why is that? Why? Because this is why all these liberal Democrats, the communist left, aren't really saying what it is, because this is what they want to implement in America. If you want to look at your future with the Democrats in charge running the country, look at Cuba right now. That will be America's future. So why aren't people on the left waking up to this? Why can't you guys see the simple fact that communism doesn't work? You think because you've learned about it, you've read about it in a book, or you've read Karl Marx, you understand communism. And you actually attack people like myself that have lived under communism and are trying to tell you, no, you can't do it better. You won't do it better. Stop trying. And yet you're still pushing that. What, because Bernie Sanders tells you it's a good thing? Because AOC tells you it's a good thing? Do you honestly think they care about you? They don't care. They're not gonna come and save you. Communism isn't gonna save you. It's not gonna save America. It's gonna destroy America. And I will say, you know what? It's also about damn time that the Cuban people finally stood up. China, when are you guys gonna step up, huh? Communism does not work. It does not work. It only works on paper and in theory. When implemented in reality, it becomes Cuba. It becomes Venezuela. It becomes the former USSR, Russia, and to an extent even today, modern Russia. It becomes former communist Romania, where I'm from, or whatever other country. That's what it becomes when you implement it in reality. That's what communism is. That's what it always will be. And if you want, and for the left, if you want to continue this path of going down towards communism, take a very good look at Cuba today, right now. That will be the future of America. You won't be out in the streets protesting, systemic racism and all the other propaganda that they're feeding you from the left, and to a certain extent from the right. You'll be out there white, black, brown, purple, green. It won't matter what color you are. You'll be out there in the streets together protesting against a tyrannical, oppressive, communist USA government. Cuba's your future if you continue down this path. And again, you guys have to realize that CRT, defunding the police, systemic racism, the class warfare, all this other stuff, it's an attack, and it's a tactic that communists use to divide the country. It's all propaganda pushed not because of the policies, but because of feelings. They get to your feelings, and it's all about feelings. But never mind that in Chicago there were another 11 murders, 44 people shot this past weekend. Most of that was black on black crime, but no one talks about that. Where's BLM? I'll tell you where they're at. They don't care. The organization BLM is a communist organization. They don't care about black on black crime. They don't care about black lives. They care about pushing their communist ideology and agendas. So Again, please take a good look at Cuba right now. People are out there in the streets protesting a tyrannical communist government. If America wishes its future to be like Cuba is right now today, keep pushing these communist ideologies that we just spoke about. Because at the core of all these policies, these theories, and some of them are even just theories, they're theories. And you guys are taking them as facts. So keep pushing that. That's going to be your future. That's going to be your children's future. Maybe even multiple generations are going to end up suffering under communism because you went to a university that a professor pushed their own ideology onto you, and all of a sudden now you think you're the smartest person in the world and communism is the answer. Yay! No. You need to ask for your money back. All y'all in colleges and universities, ask for your money back. Because what they're doing is they're indoctrinating you. They're brainwashing you. They're not teaching you anything. Let's take the example of math is racist. Well, I'm sorry. Wait a minute now. If math is racist, so you don't have to come up to it with the right conclusion, let's talk about engineering. Do I really want someone building my plane, our planes, our buildings, our infrastructure, and they don't even know math? That plane is gonna fall out the sky. That building gonna collapse on your ass because you said math was racist and you don't need the right answer. Here's a hint: engineering, you need math, and you better make sure you got the right answer, because like I said, planes, buildings, all this other infrastructure, bridges, they don't really work without the correct type of math, right? That's why cars don't fly, they're built for the road, Come on, guys. I mean, it's simple common sense type of stuff. So, again, this right here should prove to you that they won't call the Cuban government communist. Just shows you how much they are desperately trying to push communism into America. And I'm talking about the communist left, aka the Democrats, if you will. That's why they're doing it. That's why they're silent. That's why Bernie Sanders, they'll make some little statement, but overall, they're not gonna call it what it is. It's communism. Because that's what they are. So how can they call out what they believe in? So here's my suggestion to you. If you can, in the upcoming elections, 2022, 2024, vote these communists out of office. Bernie Sanders, AOC, Pelosi, McConnell, McCarthy, all of these, Liz Cheney. 99% of all politicians got to be voted out of office. Or again, Cuba, what you see today, right now, happening in the streets, is going to be happening here in the USA in about 5 years. People think, oh, no, it'll be way down. No, I give it 5 years. 5 years. And that's actually, it might be even sooner than that. So, is that what we really want for our future? For our children's future? AKA Cuba? No. I'll end with this. Finally, to the Cuban people, you finally grew some cojones. Good for you. Keep going. Don't stop. I know probably none of you will see this. But, hey, I'm going to say it anyway. Keep going. Keep going. I'm glad you guys found your cojones. I'm proud of you guys. Hey, if Romania can do it, you guys can do it too. Alright? Take a lesson from the Romanian Revolution and from the rest of the Eastern revolutions that happened. Take a lesson. Fight. Take your country back. You deserve it. You deserve it. Keep going, Cuba. Keep going. We proud of you.